Well, the Royal Exchange it opened in 1976, and it was designed to be a permanent in the round theatre. So it's unlike the conventional proscenium arch theatre, which is a lot of people looking at a picture frame. It's people all the way around the stage. So you come in and you are looking across the acting area at other members of the audience. It's a very communal experience, and that was a very sort of philosophical decision that was made by the architects and the artistic team when they were designing this theatre. Yeah, and it sort of creates a very different experience. You know, you are very close to the actual acting space, to the actors. You're if you like, sharing the same air as the actors that you're watching. They're brushing past you as they come onto stage.
There's been a cotton exchange in Manchester since about 1792, but over the next kind of 100 years, as cotton became a more substantial part of Manchester's business, I guess, they kept knocking them down and rebuilding them and knocking them down and rebuilding them. And the building that we're in right now was known as the biggest room in the world. Whether that was actually true or not, I'm not sure. But that's what it was kind of known as. And in its heyday, there were 2,000 cotton traders here, dealing with something like 80% of the cotton that was being manufactured and sold in the whole of the world. So it was a hugely important building. There are some round pillars, and if you get close enough up to them, you can see the joins in them, because they were actually made by Italian craftsmen, and it's a process that involves, it's almost like making pastry, and so they made this marble-looking pastry and rolled it out and then wrapped it round the pillars. During the Blitz, half of the building was bombed. It was the first of two major bombs that have happened to this building. Supposedly the last day of trading figures, which is above on one of the walls above where the restaurant is now. And I say supposedly because the last day of trading was in 1969, and there was a decision made to leave those figures up there, which is lovely. But we think that during the refurbishment after the IRA bomb, that when a lot of the guys were up there doing all the building work, that they changed a few of the numbers round. So we can't guarantee that those were the actual prices of cotton on the last day of trading.
I mean, in the current economic sort of climate, with box offices remarkably healthy, I mean, we probably average about sort of 70-80% capacity during the year. Well, I mean, the theatre is facing, along with every other theatre in the country, the biggest upheaval in arts funding in 30 years. I mean, we're all Arts Council funded theatres and organisations are having to reapply for their funding. So we're having to do that, and things could change massively if we have our funding altered dramatically, and we don't know that yet. We will have a fair idea in about a month's time. We just had the launch yesterday for a big new collaboration with the Halle Orchestra and the Lowry here in Manchester, and we're going to be directing it. So it's going to be a kind of three-way kind of collaboration. That's happening in April next year.
We do really well at the Manchester Evening News Theatre Awards, a show we had on at this time last year called A Raisin in the Sun, which actually was directed by the same guy who's directing the show that's on at the moment. So we kind of have high hopes for this show too. No pressure for him, but you never know.